శివరాత్రికి వచ్చింది, బాగా అయింది. కళ్యాణం ఎదిగి చేసుకోవాలని రాత్రి చెప్పుకున్నాం కదా. ఇందులో ఎప్పుడైనా వివాహ సంబంధమైనటువంటి ఇబ్బందులు వచ్చినప్పుడు ఆవిడకి కళ్యాణం చేసుకోవడం సాంప్రదాయం పూర్వం నుంచి ఉంది. దానివల్ల మనకి దోషాలన్నీ పోతాయి. అయితే వివాహ వ్యవస్థలో వచ్చిన దోషాలు గ్రహస్థితి వల్ల వచ్చినవి కాదు, బుద్ధి జరగలేక వచ్చింది. స్త్రీకి భర్త యొక్క లక్షణం ఎలా ఉన్నా ఓపిక భరించే శక్తి అప్పుడు ఉంటే, ఇంకేస తేడా వచ్చినా భర్తను గ్రహించే స్థితి ఆయనకి లేదు. ఇది సాంప్రదాయం కాదు. అయితే ఇందులో రెండు ఉన్నాయి. సాంప్రదాయం అనేది ధర్మశాస్త్రం అనేది ఒకటి, మానవ హక్కులు అనేది ఇంకో మాట. మానవ హక్కులు సమానంగా ఉన్నాయా, మానవ హక్కులు ఏమైనా పర్వాలేదా, ఎట్లా ఉన్నాను, సాంప్రదాయం మాత్రమే ముఖ్యం అంటే ఇందులో మానవ హక్కులు అనే విషయంలో ఇదే తప్పులు ఉంటాయి కాదు. కొంత ఇదే తప్పులు మానవ హక్కుల్ని కాపాడుకుంటూనే శాస్త్రం సాంప్రదాయంలో ఉండవచ్చు. మీ ఇద్దరికీ కూడా సాంప్రదాయం మీద విశ్వాసం ఉండేటట్టయితే మానవ హక్కుల కోసం పోరాడేవాడు సర్దుకుంటారు. దీన్ని బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకునేటట్టయితే ఎవరి హక్కు వాళ్ళకి ఉంది. ఈనాడు స్త్రీ చాలా కష్టపడిపోయింది, పశువులా పనిచేయించారు అని అంటారు, కానీ అది కాదు, అలా లేదు. చిన్న వయసులో వివాహం చేసుకోవడం వల్ల కొన్ని మానవ హక్కులకి వ్యతిరేకమైన ఆచారాలు కొన్ని ఉంటాయి. బాల్య వివాహం ఉంటే రెండో వివాహం భర్త చేస్తున్నప్పుడు 50 సంవత్సరాలు కలిగిన భర్త రెండో వివాహం 16 ఏళ్ళ పిల్లలు చేసుకోవడం, దానివల్ల సహజంగా తొందరగా వైద్యం రావడం, వైద్యం వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఇంట్లో పశువులకు పని చేయించడం, ఇలాంటి ఆపదలు చాలా ఉండేది దేశంలో. కానీ బాగా ఈ రచన ఉంటుంది కదా, 50 సంవత్సరాలకి అవన్నీ కూడా చాలా మటుకు కరెక్ట్ అయినాయి. ది ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ మ్యారేజ్ ఇన్ ది ఏషియన్ సిస్టమ్ involved the respect for the tradition, and apart from the respect for tradition, the question of human rights is also there. Human rights can ask you to protect them with if a person has some respect for the tradition, then it needs a little sacrifice. If there is some spiritual sacrifice for about 2 years, things will be sorted out. But on the very first day, if somebody insists on the importance of the human rights, tradition is not regarded as important, then it is. Tradition is important, human rights are also important, human values are important. We can't afford the woman to go on something in the name of tradition. Tradition does not get justified if basic human rights are violated. It needs some patience. Both are responsible for the marriage getting program. Today, in the last 50 years, I am finding that the educated class of women are not able to tolerate even the little misbehavior. And the husband is also suffering sometimes from infidelity, where the woman is wearing the superiority. They must have the proper regard for the tradition and live inside the tradition, try to adjust it. Everything is an adjustment. If you are a member of the President Party, are not adjusting, whether the chief is regarding respect you or not. You are patiently trying to do something. And one day he may regard you as next to you. Or if you go to the other party also, resigning from the other one party, you may face the same situation in the other party. So it is responsible. Both the chief of the party must regard every member as equally and take the cooperation. But so far as the parties being together is concerned, the objective must be to serve common country. If that is there in the mind of all people, they won't get this good. They won't. Spiritual sacrifice is necessary. The country is suffering from inability to live together. This is between the husband and wife, or the party and party, or the member and member of the same party. Because laws are based on adjustment, there is no sacrifice. All the time, self-assertion, self-importance, self-pride, arrogance, these are. But there is nothing like humility. Humility is a great virtue. It can take a man to God also. In fact, people behave not properly even before God. That's what happened in Dakshayatam. That child did not properly behave even with the God. He thought that he was greater than the God himself. Because the appearance of the God is not his. Rudra did not agree to the rich. And he did not have surroundings with replete with the luxuries and things like that. He sat on a cold mountain, half naked. There is nothing to be attractive in him. And whereas Dutta himself commanded lots of spells. He thought that he was greater. And externalities are misleading. Even Vishnu Jiva and Shiva are greater, are equal. But Vishnu does not think that the external value is important, external looks are important. The thing is, we are not led away by external appearances. Appearances are always deceptive. They mislead us. Somebody may behave like a sage, he may be a thief. Who knows? So let us not be led away by external appearances. It is to review between husband and wife, between party members and party members, between party and party, between the officer and the subordinate, everywhere. A human life is nothing but a bundle of relationships. Every man is related to 100 people. His family members, his friends, his enemies. His enmity is a relationship. He is my enemy, that's one relationship. He is a friend of me, one relationship. He loves me, I love him, it's one relationship. He hates me, another relationship. He is competitive to me, another relationship. He is competitive with me all the time, that's another kind of relationship. Anything is relationship. The basic name for all these things is relationships. So if relationships are maintained appropriately without arrogance and claiming too much of clarity and importance, everybody. But coming to the most important thing, there are no traditions in political parties. All political parties are less than 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years, 50 years old. Whereas marriage institution is ancient. It is not 100 years old or 200 years old, it is 20,000 years old. It existed between Sita and Rama. It existed between Dharmaraja and his wife. It existed between Vishnu and Lakshmi. It existed between Parvati and Parmeshwara. Why should we not look at them to find out the value, to realize the value of this kind of a human relationship? Because this relationship between a man and wife is giving a great son, a man who is going to rule the country, or who is going to be a great sage, or who is going to be a very rich man, enjoying and charitable disposition. So the external children are born out of external relationship, not physical. Physical is secondary. Money is tertiary, not even secondary. Money was important, I am important. But the important thing is, we should give great value to this relationship. It is responsible of the parents also to bring up the girl and the boy in appropriate path. That is not value. What does it matter if a man is not married, the girl is not married, children are not coming down, somebody is not married, they are far better things than married life. Married life is a routine. It's good for the society, good for the country. Even without the boy and the girl are independent without getting married, they agree with each other about the values for the country, society, country service. Both of them are great children without begetting children. They can be. Values must be very properly weighed and must be followed. Below antangani needy, morality, self-respect, humility, these things are there. So we have to speak to the children on this line. After all, marital happiness is not depending on the earning capacity born. He will be a poor man. The girl may be earning much more. Suppose this girl, the wife is earning $150,000 in America. Boy is not even employed. How does it matter? But the girls are growing advantage. Yes, on this. He's not earning anything. He's not below my status. How can I live? This attitude of the girl is not only non-traditional. It is harmful to her own life in the old age. She will be feeling, she is about to feel guilty. She will not excuse herself a later date. She will try to punish herself, but it is hard with her. After all, without a job, he was an excellent man. With a job, she was arrogant. Human being is more important. The value is very important. which is high time we spoke. Why did we perform the marriage of Parvati and Parameshwara? To know some idea. She was not sad because Sati stimulated her. She was angry, not sad. She was angry with the misbehavior of Daksha Prajapati. Daksha Prajapati is the progenitor of the future species on the earth. All the living creatures in the future are their children. If this man is not able to understand this, has no balance of mind, the future species will be bad. All his arrogance or stupidity would go into this species. He has to be punished. It's not as if my wife has been insulted, therefore I should punish her. Not the equation at all. He does not bother if he is insulted. Other than his being insulted, his wife, a noble woman, is insulted. So ultimately, such a tragedy did not occur in the couple, any other couple. But it did happen. Rama and Sita, not a planned and successful marriage. They suffered all the time. They went to the forest. The Muhurt was for the coronation. The Muhurt sent them to the forest. As a king, he performed his duty as a king, destroying the bad elements in the forest. Unruly elements. He destroyed them, but he had to do it even after sitting on the throne later. But he did it first, and then came back to the throne later. It's a matter of understanding. Most was not bad, most was too good. Ordinary most was because by somebody like me, the color should have been taken very well. Later they would have been dropped. So he became a beautiful king before sitting on the throne. He performed his real duty. He knelt and took the blessing of great sages in the forest. Said pranam to them, took their blessing, and he cleared the forest of bad elements. So with that, Rama and Sita, can you say that they lived a very happy life? No. Even Vishnu did not have his wife by his side. He took her into his heart so that they could save her. Mahalakshmi agreed. No, your heart is the greatest place in the world to me, not by this side. Far better than that. So, matter of Brahma took his Saraswati in his brain. And he broke Saraswati in his consciousness, they said. But for our benefit, she sits by his side with a form. So similarly, Harishchandra. So kind of why are these stories given and why are we still performing the wedding ceremony of Shiva and Parvati? But Parvati did her penance to reach him. She did not depend on some father giving birth to her and the father donating her to him. There is no such format in necessity. She knows how to reach him by just tapas, devotion, concentration, rejecting everything else in the world, concentrating only on him as her target to be reached. She did tapas. So then even Shiva did not depend on somebody giving birth to a daughter and then he offering a daughter to him. No, that's not it. That means the message is two souls are born independently into different ways. One is born in Washington, another born in Delhi. Perfectly all right. The Delhi boy marries a Washington girl. They are meant for each other. So we say marriages are made in heaven. I would say heaven can be married in that. Heaven can be made in marriages. We should learn how to be more tranquil, balanced mind in be values. And I tell you, in a widowed marriage, second marriage, divorce marriage, are they happy? There is a pain in their own mind. They are not happy. I would mind that way to be human values are human values. I agree. Why do you try to remarry again? Because one has to go to the service of the society, far better than a householder. Householder is not greater than a social servant. Householder is not greater, the household is not much greater than a woman who is serving the society. Yes, true, she is great. She is bringing up to children, serving the husband, in-laws and things. It's a noble thing, but limited service. Here, an unmarried woman is serving the whole society. taking care of the destitute children. Values are more important, I would say. This is how we have to do. We should keep asking to children, second, our next generation, third generation. Must be taken at a time. If you don't like him, if you are not found a suitable man for you, don't get married. Being anxious to get married and not finding anybody suitable to her after interviewing 10 boys, not necessary. Who are we to interview somebody? Am I competent to select my own choice? No. First, I must be the judge. What is my dignity? What is my status? These are the basic questions. Look at yourself, it is more important. నేనేమంటున్నానంటే వివాహ వ్యవస్థల గురించి మనం పిల్లలు బాగా చెప్పాలి. నీతో వచ్చినట్టే నీ భార్యతో భర్త ఉండాలని రూల్ లేదు. భర్త ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టే రూల్ ఉండాలని అసలే రూల్ లేదు. ఒకరికి ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టు వారి కోసం ఇద్దరు ఉండాలి. సమానమైన స్థితిలోనే వివాహంలో షేరింగ్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్ చాలా ముఖ్యమైనది. ఇద్దరు కలిసి ఒక జీవితాన్ని పంచుకోవాలి, కానీ కష్టం సుఖం పంచుకోవాలి. అంతేగాని ఇప్పుడు no one has a greater right than the other person. All citizens are equal rights. That doesn't depend on man or woman, poor or rich. That's what our scheduled caste is. People are saying, what you learn, I'm scheduled caste, and as the scheduled caste is in the Shastras. Scheduled caste is not a caste at all. It is a British list. A list made by the British. How can it be a caste at all? You can say Brahmin, this, brother, but even they are disappearing. But scheduled caste is permanent. It is seeming to be permanent. Caste and it is nothing like a caste. Another thing is, we are not born by choice. As a Brahmin, as a Hindu, as a Muslim, as a woman, as a man. हम कावड़ में गोल में कुत्ता मावानी. Was it our choice to be born somewhere, to be something? No. It is a result of our past actions and samskaras. Continue that and don't. There is no inspiration. What is scheduled caste? Backward caste? Let them not forget that let them be Hindus, let them be Indians, let them be citizens, equal to everybody. There is nothing lesser than that. Calling myself a scheduled, myself demeaning myself is not that. I must take my honor. I am not a Hindu. I am a scheduled caste, a big BC, BC1, BC2, they are all wrong. I am a Hindu. I am an Indian. I am equal to you, to the president also. Even I am equal to the president of India. That is better. That kind of pride must go into the mind of people. People are for everything. Trying to brand oneself is not a good thing. No branding of anybody. It's not detergent to be branded. Not a soap to be sold. The one thing is, that dignity must be there. The girls and the boys must be educated properly to respect each other. Not to expect any particular standard. You cannot order the brand of a ball that you want. You cannot order that these are the qualities they want. See, long ago there were books published. The author says, in future, there will be factories manufacturing boys and girls, and the government will order 200 people, 2,000 people to be soldiers. They will make a combination, print them and send them. I don't want to go into that because it's very interesting thing. Too interesting to stop. So I don't. Anyway, we have to accept things as it is. That's all about it. As it is, it's in the nature. Because others are also accepting me as I am. They are not demanding anything. Change in me. I can't change the color of my skin. I can't change the shape of my nose. And we are one like that. We have to accept this kind of thing and honor the British. We are Indian citizens. Be a Hindu or a Muslim, whatever. Basically, as citizens of India, there is no caste distinction, no religious distinction at all. So we must get united totally closely, become one family as citizens of India. And okay, if you want to marry your daughter, you have to keep your daughter to only a Hindu. So far as the internal marriage is concerned, family matters are concerned, caste may be, religion may be become one, but as citizen worship we should be divided. These are the larger perspectives now, like also brought up among the children. The schools also must teach this thing. And we should go on, addressing the student in the school, That's a good social practice. Rather, even distributing the free dresses and books, even talking to them is far better. That service is needed badly today because after 6 decades, we have divided ourselves, subdivided ourselves. We were much more united before independence. Because, the division has taken place in the map of the country itself. Map of the country became 2, 3 pieces. Never happened in the history of the country. Manandru Buddha, unity was practiced, disunity కాదు. రోజు పెరుగుతున్నారు. Added to the caste system which is dividing the people, added to the religion which is dividing the people, some religions are already dividing people. Now, one more element is parties. The Telugu Desam, the Arab Desam, the Kannada Desam. What does it mean? We should not allow ourselves to divide. Down that. But politics is dividing us more. Unity among all people. You may be Kannada, I may Telugu, or you may come with Tamil, or you may be communist, I may be Congress. Still we are still. These denominations should not divide us. The same thing has to start with at home between the God and the world. You must enjoy it. Even disagreement is enjoyed. Because there are 2 varieties. In the same house, I don't like sweet. Well, I like sweet. Joseph, both Kara and sweet, 2 people have come to the table. If both of them like only sweet, only one item would be there. But there are 2 items. What's wrong with it? People come and they will like it. I enjoy this kind of, I enjoy this like a joke. Everything is a joke to me. I don't see anything serious. This sort of, others say they are serious of it, but I don't see serious in this. It looks like a joke to me. Someday. So we should laugh at it, small things, and become more Indian and we have a large market. We have citizens of India, and you, me, and the President of India are the same. President is not born as a president. And at the 60 years later, he became a president. 65 years later, he would not be. What is this? We are not born as scientists, born as artists, born as nothing. Anything, any successful additions to the human being during the lifetime, there must stop us enough. We have to understand that good human beings. Indian culture, or I would say Hindu culture, or Vedic culture, or Asha Vidya, they know how to look at the whole thing as the universal truth. They are part of the universe. That is not an independent thing, it is part of the universe, a small speck, an atom. There are many other words. These people who are living on the earth for a minute, they are going up. In the scale of the Devas, we are living born and having lived 155 years, I died. But it's just a minute, a back of an eyelid to the Devas. Even 10 scale is higher, lower, bigger, smaller. So nothing absolute. We have to know, being born as an Indian, we have a greater right to know the secrets of creation, secrets of life, secrets of good and bad, duality, how to overcome the sense of duality, how to become united with everything, how to agree with anything. These are our inherent history, that's our heritage. We can certainly come up to that. Just to look back to our ancestors, that our grandfathers 100 years or 70 years ago did not have 2 cars and 3 motorcycles and 4 cell phones and half a dozen cents. But lived peacefully. They were all right. They did not suffer. The mountains, there was no car, not even a cell phone. If they suffer, if they cry, it's people living. So are we much happy? Are we more lucky? Can we all call ourselves very rich and wealthy? No. Wealthy is derived to the word wheel. W-E-A-L, wheel is wealthy. Wealth is not, it doesn't indicate money at all. Without money, there is a well-being. That's wealth. The family is doing well, husband and wife are together, children are good children. They are living well, so truly in its happiness. That is wealth. We is good well-being. So, wealth is different. Wealth is not money. Mahalakshmi is not money. So, money is not Mahalakshmi. If money was to be Mahalakshmi, which is the simple state bank. Suppose you will Darshan to this state bank 100 times a day, you will not be able to. temple of Mahalakshmi is inside. A triptych, a satisfaction, contentment. Let us try to bring up our children on right lines of thinking. Thinking is more important. Man is nothing but his mind, not body. Mind is the man, not body. So, man or woman, we have to come and use in the history of our country. The seventh decade is completed very soon without any achievement, without a bundle of failures, omissions and commissions. There is nothing to be proud of our performance in the last 7 years, 7 decades. Then it's coming back to the independence and all that. I don't consider it independence. It's a transfer of not independence. Go through the steps that as well. 22 million people suffer. We are celebrating. And that's not to be celebrated. We have to first pray for this peace of the souls who died as a result of division of the country. Then maybe you can rise your feet. They are not really, there is no monument in this difference. These are the issues that we have to remind children about. Shivo Rashatu, Shivo Rashatu, Shivo Rashatu. May Shiva give us everything that we need. He will not give us what we don't need. Need is important. Need, then necessity, then comfort, then luxury, then super